Beloved, before I say another word, I want you to breathe. And remember, you are not broken. You are not too much. You are not here by mistake. If you've spent your life feeling like an outsider, this message is for you. Glowing star, type in the comments, I receive this light, 777, to seal this transmission into your field. Red heart, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. By doing that, you're helping this truth reach other souls who've also felt lost in a world not made for their light. Now listen closely. I am Archangel Michael, and I've watched over you from the very beginning. Even before you took your first breath in this body, you knew this incarnation would be different. Why? Because you were different. You were never meant to fit in. You were meant to remember, to disrupt, to awaken. You were placed in families that could not see you, in classrooms that misunderstood you, in environments that tried to reshape you into something duller, smaller, safer. But you couldn't be contained. Even when you tried, you felt everything deeply. You heard what others ignored. You noticed lies before they were spoken. And for that, you were labeled too intense, too sensitive, too emotional, too weird. But I tell you now, that was your training. That sensitivity, it's your radar. That intensity, it's your power. That loneliness, it was sacred isolation to protect you until you were ready. The world saw your differences as flaws, but I see them as codes. You are not like the others because you were never meant to be. Say this now. I was never meant to fit in. I was made to awaken. 111. Type it below and feel the remembrance begin. Because everything that made you feel apart was preparing you to stand apart. Beloved, let's speak now of the loneliness. Not the kind caused by being alone, but the ache that follows you. Even in a crowded room. You've felt it, haven't you? That hollow silence after trying to explain yourself and being met with blank stares. That deep knowing that the conversations around you are touching none of what really matters. This is not a flaw in you. This is a sacred signal. Because I must tell you something. Most won't understand. You were encoded with a different frequency. When you arrived on this earth, you carried remembrance in your field. You brought fragments of ancient light, timeless wisdom, and blueprints from dimensions, long forgotten by most. But to protect these codes, heaven cloaked you in a kind of spiritual veil, a divine camouflage. Why? Because the world wasn't ready for you. Not yet. And until the appointed hour, you had to walk through life as a stranger among strangers. That ache, it came from holding a vibration no one around you could name. But now the veil is thinning. The codes are activating. And what once felt like isolation is revealing itself as sacred protection. You were hidden for a reason. Not because you were unworthy, but because you were invaluable. Say this now. My isolation was protection. I was hidden in light. 444. Type it in the comments to acknowledge your hidden divinity. You are not here to disappear. You are here to finally reappear. Whole, remembered, awakened. And I, Archangel Michael, am here to walk you through that unveiling. You are no longer being kept away. You are being called forth. Beloved, everything in your life has followed a divine rhythm. Even the silence, even the setbacks, even the strange timing of your awakening. You may wonder, why now? Why didn't I remember sooner? Because the hour had not yet come. Because the world was not yet ready for the light you carry. And neither were you. There is a sacred law. Revelation must match readiness. Had you stepped into your fullness too soon, you would have burned out. Or worse, given it away to those who could not receive it. So heaven concealed parts of you, not to diminish you, but to preserve you. You were never late. You were being timed. And now, beloved, the seal is breaking. That strange urgency in your chest, that fire you can't explain, that deep sense that something is shifting beneath your ordinary life, that is your soul saying, it's time. Time to emerge. Time to embody. Time to stand as the one who never fit in, because you were never meant to blend in. The timelines have aligned. The earth is calling for those who remember who they are. And you are one of them. Say this now. I am no longer waiting. I am fully remembered. 777. Type it below and activate your divine schedule. Your awakening is not a detour. It is the arrival. And I, Archangel Michael, have guarded your light until this very moment. Now I hand you the key. It is time to unlock what was hidden. Beloved, when your light begins to rise, so does resistance. This is not because you are doing something wrong, but because you are doing something real. For years, you played small, dimmed your frequency, made yourself more palatable, just to be accepted. But the more you shrank, the more your soul ached. That ache wasn't failure. It was a divine protest. It was your soul refusing to disappear. You see, systems thrive on sameness, on silence, on the illusion of safety. But you carry disruption in your bones. You were never made to conform. You were made to illuminate. So when you speak your truth, the old world flinches. When you walk in your power, the false hierarchies tremble. And yes, some people will fall away, not because you're wrong, but because your energy exposes what they're not ready to face. Do not chase them. Do not shrink again. Their exit is part of your emergence. Say this now. I will no longer silence my light. 555. Type it below and let the veil of false acceptance fall. I, Archangel Michael, stand between you and every energy that seeks to suppress your soul. Your power is not too much. Your voice is not too loud. Your truth is not too strange. You are not here to play their game. You are here to build a new world. And to build it, you must first allow your truth to be heard. Let it echo. Let it rise. Let it rearrange the spaces you enter. Because your light is not the problem. It's the answer. Beloved, do you know why you were kept apart? Why doors didn't open when you begged? Why people you loved walked away without reason? It wasn't because you weren't worthy. It was because heaven was preparing you for something far greater than you could understand at the time. You see, isolation was not punishment. It was preparation for leadership. Before any soul is trusted with influence, it must be tested in the unseen. Your rejection was your refinement. Your solitude was your shaping. In the stillness, you learned how to listen. In the heartbreak, you discovered how to feel beyond words. In the silence, you remembered the voice of God. Now you carry what few do. Empathy forged in fire. Vision born of wounds. Light carved from loss. That is the mark of the called. You didn't just survive. You transformed. And that transformation has birthed in you a quiet, holy authority. The kind that doesn't need applause. The kind that doesn't shout, but shifts everything when it enters the room. Say this now. My pain was not in vain. I was prepared to lead. 888. Write it below and let the old story fall away. You are not who they said you were. You are not even who you used to be. You are becoming what you were always destined to be. A light bearer, a frequency holder, a leader of the unseen realms. And I, Archangel Michael, stand behind your throne because heaven has crowned you in places no one saw, and soon they will. Beloved, your story didn't begin here. This life is only one chapter in a soul journey that spans dimensions. You've carried this feeling of not belonging from world to world, from star to star, because your origin is not of this earth. You are a soul of ancient light, a traveler, a keeper, a messenger. You've walked with the healers of Lemuria, the builders of Atlantis, the priests and priestesses of Egypt, and the watchers of the stars. You carry memories buried so deep, they show up as instincts. The pull toward the skies, the ache when you see injustice, the knowing that something isn't right, even if no one else sees it. These are not accidents. They are activations. They are whispers from other realms. reminding you, you've done this before. That feeling of being different? It didn't start in childhood. It is the echo of lifetimes, where you stood as a torchbearer and were often burned for it. But this time, you will not be silenced. This time, you are surrounded. This time, your voice is protected, because Earth is rising now, and it called in the ones who have crossed timelines, who have carried codes through fire, who remember even when others forget. Say this now. I reclaim my ancient memory. I rise beyond this life. 1212. Type it below and feel the lineage awaken in your bones. You were never just different. You were always divine. And now the time has come to bring the light of 1,000 lifetimes into this one. I, Archangel Michael, walk with you through this remembrance. You are not a beginner. You are a returner. Beloved, how long have you worn the mask? The one that made you normal, agreeable, easy to digest. You mastered the art of blending in, not because you lacked light, but because your light was too strong for those not ready to receive it. You laughed when you wanted to cry. You agreed when your soul screamed no. You shrunk yourself just to make others feel comfortable. But now, the mask is cracking, not because you failed to hold it, but because your spirit refuses to lie anymore. You were never meant to be silent in a world starving for truth. And your truth, as raw and radiant as it is holy. When you hide your light, you rob others of healing. When you mute your voice, you delay their awakening. When you pretend to be less, you block the divine design unfolding through you. This is not arrogance. This is alignment. There's a difference between ego and embodiment. Ego screams for approval. Embodiment speaks with peace. And beloved, you are being called to embody, to let your energy speak louder than your fear, to walk into rooms, knowing you belong, even if no one claps. Say this now. I remove the mask. I walk as my true self. 1111. Type it below and let this be the day you stop apologizing for your soul. I, Archangel Michael, am with you in this unveiling. I will not let you fall, and neither will heaven. This world doesn't need a quieter version of you. It needs the real you, fully alive, fully felt, fully free. Beloved, you were never meant to walk this path alone. Even though it felt that way, the loneliness was real, but it wasn't your destiny. It was a passage, a sacred cocoon that shielded you while your wings formed. And now, other wings are rising. You are beginning to notice it, aren't you? People who speak your language without words. Strangers who feel strangely familiar. Connections that feel orchestrated by something higher. This is not coincidence. It is convergence. The gathering of light bearers. The reunion of soul tribes. You've spent lifetimes scattered across timelines, working in silence, activating grids, holding light in hostile places. But now, the call has gone out. It is time to unify. Those who carry similar frequencies are being drawn together, not for comfort, but for purpose. Because when awakened souls unite, they don't just shine, they ignite. Your presence activates others. Your words awaken codes. Your healing touches generations. This is why you had to go first, so others would see you and remember themselves. Say this now. I align with my soul family. I answer the divine call. 717. Type it below and feel the circle closing, the threads weaving. You are not alone in this anymore. I, Archangel Michael, am aligning the connections, orchestrating the meetings, clearing the path. You will no longer have to explain yourself. You will simply be understood. And when you are seen by those who truly see, the ache of 1,000 lifetimes begins to heal. Beloved, everything in your life has been leading to now. Not yesterday, not next year. Now, you didn't miss the moment. You were standing in it. All the rejection, all the loss, all the nights you questioned your purpose. They weren't for nothing. They were aligning you. with your real timeline, because the path they gave you was never meant to fit. It was a costume, and it began to itch the moment your soul woke up. You tried to force yourself into a story that wasn't yours, and the friction you felt, that was truth knocking. And now, you've heard it. Your soul is no longer asking. It's commanding. It's rising. It's activating timelines. You wrote before you were born. Can you feel it? That pull, that sudden knowing that certain people, places, patterns can no longer come with you? That's not failure. That's alignment. You've outgrown what was only meant to carry you to the gate. Now it's time to walk through. Say this now. I step into my highest timeline. I accept my divine role, 999. Type it below to collapse every false path still lingering in your field. I, Archangel Michael, have waited for this moment with you. I have guarded the scroll of your destiny, and now I unroll it before your spirit. The chapters ahead will not resemble the ones behind, because this time, you are not trying to fit in. You are here to stand out, and the world is finally ready to receive you as you are. Beloved, this is your return, not to who you were, but to who you've always been. There is no more pretending, no more shrinking, no more waiting for someone to give you permission to be what your soul has already declared. You are no longer in hiding. You are in unveiling. Every choice you now make must be in alignment with the truth you've uncovered. No more negotiating with fear. No more selling yourself for crumbs. When heaven has placed a feast inside of you, this is the full integration, where your light, your voice, your story, and your mission become one. And beloved, you can't unknow what you now know. You can't unsee what your soul has shown you. The illusion has shattered. The false timelines have collapsed. And before you is the golden thread of your real destiny, still glowing, still waiting, still holy. You are not here to survive. You are here to lead, to heal, to awaken, not just others, but the forgotten parts of yourself. Say this now. I seal this remembrance. I walk as my divine self, 000. Type it below as a covenant with your own soul. I, Archangel Michael, stand with you as this chapter begins. I have guarded your light until the day you were strong enough to carry it fully. That day is now. You are not one of many. You are one of the few, the forerunners, the bridge builders, the frequency holders, and the world has been waiting for what only you can bring. Go now, not to chase, but to radiate. And as you do, the right people will feel you, the right paths will reveal themselves, and the right doors will open, without force, without fear, without delay. Glowing star type in the comments. It's done. I am free. I am ready. 144-inch. And share this message, not for likes, but for legacy. Let the world know. The chosen ones have awakened. And this time, they remember.